When you're creating a Facebook ad campaign, you're amplifying your brand's message. And it might look pretty easy to create one, right? But if you target the wrong audience with the wrong message, it's as easy to waste your time or money. That's why it's important to target the right audience and define the avatars, right? Because they'll give you the exact hooks that are relevant to them and at the same time will separate them from the rest of the crowd. So here's how we do things inside the agency. Whenever we onboard a client, we send them we send them to an onboarding process full of documents to fill out so we can better understand their audience and what they want. And most of the times, it's really useful for them, for the brand, because they haven't asked themselves these questions ever, right? So here are a few examples. So who are they, right? These are the key questions that we need to ask. What industries do they work in? What's their socioeconomic level? What things do they like? And all the rest that you see here, and many more that you can think of that will actually give you actionable things. And when I mean actionable things, you need to actually turn these answers into ad sets, right? So initially, don't worry if some of the answers are not available to target as an interest or behavior or demographic on the Facebook Ads Manager. You can apply that filter later on the process, but first you just need to write everything that comes to mind. Of course, these are the questions that you need to ask to your client, and in case you are the brand owner, you need to ask yourself the questions, right? So this this is a way to actually turn the answers into ad sets. So for instance, we were asking in the previous screen about the job industries or job titles, right? So you can have an ad set based on job industries, right? Another one in the websites your audience visits, and the same with influencers and all the hooks that you can find. So I'm going to give you an example with golfers, right? You know, uh, we have the ability to target them by the golf interest, but that is not super accurate. Of course, golf uh, could be good, but that's not all there is. I mean, it's not scalable, it could be really expensive, and it's not going to be super accurate either, right? So what you could do instead is thinking, for example, with the questions you saw on the previous page and more about the avatar. So in this case is golfers. They actually wear clothing, right, to play. They wear an outfit. So what are some of those brands that they wear when they play golf, right? So you can list them and have an ad set of outfit brands. So then they have all the gear, the equipment to play golf, the balls and all the rest. So there are brands for those too. So you can the same. You can have like the brands for the gear or the equipment, right? There are some influencers in the niche, right? There are some golfers or golf players in the niche. Try to avoid the world class famous, I don't know, Tiger Goods, because probably a lot of people will be familiar or interested in the guy, but mm, probably is not going to be as accurate as a more niche player that is still available on Facebook. Again, influencers, journalists, websites. What websites do golfers check to be up to date with regards to information on golf, right? So it could be website one, two, three. It could be magazines, journals. I don't know, all kind of websites that they check. What tools do they use? I mean, do they have any tools to check their handicap or whatever? I'm making it up, right? But depending on the industry, uh, you might want to look for as many hooks as you can. And for that, you need to put them, you need to put yourself in their shoes and actually think like them, and everything that is related to their work life or their life even, you can actually think of brands, I don't know, names of tools they use or whatever that's useful for you, but you need to go as deep as you can. That will be for the ad sets. And then, why do they want, I mean, what do they want from you? I mean, this is for the copy. What problem does your offer solve? Why would they want to buy it? And all the rest of the questions and more than the ones that you see here, right? You need to ask a lot of questions, and then the answers, you can put them in the ads, in the copy, in the creative. You can play with that. But this way, believe me, of course, we have professional tools to do it. We have our questions and many more than the ones that we put here. But this will give you a good starting point to do a better job at what you're doing and try to not miss the target next time. And without that, try to not waste your time or money. Okay. If you need me, you know where to find me. Thanks a lot and see you in the next video.